Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the first ever Career In episode. Now, this is episode 1, and we are talking life coaching with us, Jackie Kekana, who I know as a nurse and a life coach, and I've just learned that she's also an interior decorator. Now, let's go and learn more about life coaching.
Shortcuts. Sisebenza kanzima, we put in work cause we trying to get paid. Yeah, we hustling. Yeah, we hustling.
How's Jackie? Welcome to Career In.
Thank you for having me.
Now, I've already done a little bit of an intro, but I'm sure there is more you can tell us about yourself.
Oh yeah, I'm a woman of many talents. There's so many dimensions about who I am. I am a mom of 2 sons. I am a career woman. I am into business. I am a community worker, community developer. So I really am involved in people's lives. That's who I am.
Great. So today we are specifically speaking about life coaching. You're the first person I know as a life coach. I've never came across anyone else. No, like seriously, I've never came across anyone else before I met you.
Okay.
So if you could please kindly explain to us what exactly is life coaching.
I'd love to look at it as a supportive relationship where a person is assisted. It can be one person, it can be a group of people assisted to kind of organize their lives, plan their lives better, and move towards attaining their full potential, being the best version of who they are. That's what
Life coaching is.
coaching is.
Now, I'd like to know who can be a life coach.
Anybody can be a life coach. Anybody who has lived life and
Yes.
has experienced life, has something to offer, something to give, because you can never say you would be a life coach when you haven't necessarily really lived,
By lived, you mean experience or age?
Experience, I can't say age, experience and expertise. Because if you can look at life coaches, a lot of them, there are certain areas that they gravitate to, and they gravitate to the areas of expertise in terms of experience, or experience from the career, or experience from life experiences, themselves. So you draw, because that's your source of knowledge. When you work with somebody, you draw from that. So if you don't have any well of experience from anywhere, it would be quite a bit of a challenge to say you would be a life coach.
Okay, now besides experience, what are the qualities or what qualifies a person to be a life coach?
People who are passionate about working with people can easily become life coaches.
People who are passionate.
People who are passionate, as long as you are passionate about people, the well-being of people.
Okay.
You want to see people being successful at what they do, or you feel the pinch and the pain when people are not in a good space. You are drawn to people. Those people can easily become life coach.
Okay, I think this brings us to our next questions, which I hear you talking about people.
Yes.
of which I was gonna ask, who exactly needs a life coach? What kind of people need life coaches?
People who need life coaches and people who are not comfortable where they are. They're not happy. They feel that there is a lot more that they can reach or they can get, or perhaps they are trying to find direction. Those are the people that most of the time would need the assistance of a life coach. They are not comfortable where they are, they're not happy where they are, things are not going as they would like them to. They need to move from where they are to a better place in terms of their aspirations, in terms of their dreams, or perhaps even they are having challenges that they need to overcome and they don't know how.
Okay, so now what is there a difference between a life coaching, counseling, and therapy?
Yes, there is. Counseling and therapy focuses on the problem and being able to cope with the problem or the challenge. But with coaching, there is more of a move towards wanting to be the best version of yourself or achieving your full potential, and there is willingness. With therapy and counseling, there may not be willingness. You know, a person may not be necessarily wanting to, but it would be perhaps part of their treatment program that they have to go through therapy, or they are forced by, you know, the circumstances or the space where they are at, that they are, you know, supposed to go through the therapy and the counseling. But with coaching, it's a choice. A person moves willingly. A person this desire to achieve, this desire to overcome. So the person bring themselves into the relationship because they want to move from where they are and to move to where they would want to be.
So far, life coaching sounds like mentorship to me. Would I be wrong to say that?
They normally work, go hand in hand.
They go hand in hand.
Yeah, they go hand in hand, yeah. Mentorship and counseling.
Okay, so like I said,
coaching, yeah.
Like I said, you are the first person that I know that's doing life coaching or who's a life coach. And I would like to believe, now that like you have explained it, I would like to believe that it has been existing for years, decades, maybe centuries. But then now when I was still at school, you know, doing career guides, checking out university, college brochures, I've never come across life coaching. So I would like to know how long has it existed as a profession?
It actually, they say it started around the 80s. There's a guy who is being credited as perhaps the founder of the concept, or the one guy who came up with this concept. And his name is Thomas Leonard. He's an American guy. He was a financial planner. And he discovered that, you know what, a lot of his clients, not only are they interested in him helping them to plan their finances well, but they also needed his assistance to organize their lives, you know, and to help them move forward, you know, in achieving quite a lot in their lives. So that's the guy who's been credited with, you know, this concept. But it's not that old. It started around the 80s. Yeah.
Okay, so are there schools where one can go to study life coaching?
You know, when you go into Google, there's so many of them. There's so many of them. And even our traditional universities have now courses in life coaching. So you, you'll find it everywhere. In colleges, you find life coaching. In universities, you find life coaching. There are private institutions also that offer life coaching. So yeah, it is there everywhere.
Now, since you have explained that one can be a life coach um, from their experience or whatever that they are doing professionally. Now, is it a must or should one go study life coaching, or so long as they are experienced, they can just kickstart?
They have to go and study. They have to go and study life coaching. Because like I said to you, it's quite different from counseling. Most people do counseling, but then you need to be able to move a person from point A to their desired destination. If I have to, let me take you through the process of coaching so that you understand why it would be important for somebody to go and learn how to do it. Because it's quite important to remember that you're dealing with a life, you're dealing with a human being here. So with the process, normally your first encounter, the people normally come to you, you know, to seek assistance or to seek coaching. The first line of departure is explore the current situation. You look at where they are, where are they, what is happening in their lives now, what is it that is making them uncomfortable, and what is it that is making them unhappy. And you explore that, and as you explore, you will discover are the beliefs that are limiting this person from moving forward. Are the beliefs that are keeping this person stuck? Are the beliefs that are keeping this person, you know, trapped? You look at the challenges that they're facing. You explore their anxieties. You explore negative emotions like fear, like anger. Where is it coming from? You discover, you know, what are their dreams and aspirations? Do they have a support structure around them? So you actually explore where they are, you know. And when that is done, you also, which, you know, for me it's a plus because I'm a nurse. I would also look at their physical wellness. I would look at, are they healthy? If they are sick, what is wrong with them, and what is it that they are doing concerning that. We also would look at economically. Do they have money? Are they employed? And how is that affecting them, you know, socially? Where do they live? Do they have family? Do they have support structure? Emotionally, where are they? Psychologically, spiritually, where are they? And developmentally, are they able to, are they growing, you know, growing in every way, in learning, growing in are they able to expose themselves to learning new things? Is there an ability? Is there a, you know, a capacity? So you look at that whole area, and then we would sit down and now set goals. What is it that you want to achieve? When do you want to achieve that? Where do you want to go do that? You know, who are you gonna need, you know, to be able to support you or to be with you, or, you know. So we answer the who, what, why, how, when we plan the goals. And thereafter, what we would do is now just have a kind of putting together strategies, kind of a to-do list. Where are we going to start? Okay, I'm going to start by this, and then you have to write it down. I'm going to start with this, and then move on to do this, and move on to do this. And thereafter, we would have what we call a progress check sessions, where we would check you from the list that you said we want to, you're going to do. From your to-do list, what have you been able to achieve? Okay, and what were the challenges? What are the struggles? And we focus on the struggles, see how, look at the best ways of, achieving, and we look at the achievements. So far we celebrate the achievements and we move forward. So we will continue having those sessions until the person has achieved their goals. And when all the goals are achieved, we look at sustainability, because it is important to be able to sustain the goals that have been achieved, to sustain the journey. How do we make sure that you're going to remain focused moving forward? What kind of things could discourage you so that you find yourself having fallen back? And what is it that we can do to make sure that that's not going to happen? Okay, and then we terminate, or we decided, okay, fine, we could have perhaps sessions, perhaps annually, check on you, how far, are you going, how far are you, how are you doing? Yeah, so that would be the process.
So now we are almost at the end of our session, and I'd like to know if there might be something that we might have left out concerning life coaching.
Yeah, there are a number of courses that one can, that one would find, as they study coaching. NLP is one of them. NLP is neuro-linguistic programming, which looks at this thinking, the behavior, and the language patterns. We can speak ourselves to our destiny, or we can talk ourselves to our destiny, or our behavior can move us towards our destiny. So that's one of the courses that you would do. You could also do negative emotion therapy. I'm telling you about what I have done, because they're in line with what my focus would be. So I've done negative emotion therapy, which would help somebody who is really struggling with overcoming negative emotions like fear. Fear can really hold you back big time. Anger has destroyed lives. People have been destroyed themselves by anger. People have destroyed others, through anger. Life happens. Life can be very difficult. People meet challenges in their lives that really can turn their lives upside down. So negative emotional therapy is one of the courses that I did that helps people to overcome negative emotions in their lives. Yes, and also there are professional bodies, just like, in nursing, I have the Nursing Council, which oversees the work that I do. There's a nursing association as well, but also in coaching there is. In South Africa we've got Comensa, and internationally we've got the International Association of Coaching. We have the International Coaching Federation. So you affiliate with that. Those are the bodies that oversee the work of the coaches.
Now,
and somebody would say, where would I work?
I was coming to that.
I'm gonna get a job as a
Yes.
as a life coach.
Yes.
Most life coaches are self-employed
Mm-hmm.
in their area of expertise. But there are some organizations which employ life coaches. I know there are universities which employ life coaches for care in the area of career guidance and other areas that have got to do with student affairs. There are schools that employ life coaches. Yeah, there are sporting teams or organizations that would employ life coaches. Yeah, more it would depend on where the focus is. I mean, if one's focus is in the wellness, there's so many areas, sectors in the wellness sector that where one could be employed. But most of the life coaches are self-employed because most of the life coaches have been through the work experience, yeah, so you create your own job, you can still find employment.
Earlier on, it sounded like mentorship, and then it's now also sounding like motivational speaking.
Kind of. You bring them all together. Remember, the whole idea is to try and urge a person forward to achieving, to being the best version of themselves. So you are going to motivate them. You're going to encourage them. You're going to monitor them. You're going to counsel them. So you bring all those together into this coaching endeavor.
Okay. Like you've mentioned, you can get a job at some organizations, or you can be self-employed. As we are here now at your house where you work. If you could just tell us, how do you work?
How do I work?
Yes.
Like any other job, you put yourself out there through social media. Sometimes you get referrals, those people who know you, they would refer people to you. My clients would refer people to me as well. So that's how I work. I would put them through the very process that I told you. We have the first session. Normally in the first session, I'd like to know where they are. What is it that is making them unhappy? What is it that is making them uncomfortable? What is it that they would like to achieve? How would they know if they have achieved that? We would together put together goals, and as they go through the process, I would also be identifying what are the things that are holding them back. Are they limiting beliefs? Is it a question of values, where their values are not helping them to achieve their goals? Then we would have to rearrange their values. Are they emotions, negative emotions? Are they carrying pain? Sometimes they're carrying a lot of emotional pains. Some people have gone through trauma. We have to deal with that to get it out of the way, so that so it's kind of my job is to kind of pave the way, remove the obstacles, help them remove obstacles, so that they are able to move forward. So in coaching, we're moving a person forward towards achieving their goals, towards the full potential. It's not like in therapy where the focus is on the source of pain or the pain itself. you know. With coaching, we look at the pain. Okay, it's there. It happened. You cannot undo it. Ne? Certain events have happened. You cannot undo them. But let's look at them and see what lessons have we picked up, and can we take those lessons and be able to move forward, implementing them, you know, to pave your way forward to achieving your goals.
So do people have to book sessions, or do they just come in whenever they feel?
No, they don't just come in, they book, because it's time. I have to allocate them time. Yes, so they have to book. They call, they book. I am on Facebook, jackiekcoaching. Yes, jackiekcoaching. I'm on Facebook. They can just reach me there. All my details are there.
On Facebook.
Yes.
So they will get your numbers there, your email, or you can.
Everything is there.
You can just give them out so that if they feel like I want to talk to you now, then they can just call instead of going to search on Facebook.
Yeah, okay. My number is 081 449 1506. kekanajackie @gmail.com. Yes.
Now,
So, yeah, the one other area that that I'm finding myself working a lot on is the area of addictions. Yes, it's been more than 10 years that I'm finding myself working in that area, the area of addictions. So anyone who is struggling with addiction, you know, there's so many addictions out there. It's not only the drug addictions that are so common now. You know, most people, when they talk about addictions, they think drugs, they think alcohol, but there are other addictions as well. There is gambling addiction. We know it devastates lives, where people are working but they lose all that they have towards gambling. There is, now lately I'm getting quite a number of people who are struggling with sex addiction. There is food addiction. There are shopping addiction, shopaholics, you know. There are people who are addicted to relationships, where they cannot be not in a relationship. You know, others are addicted to attention. You know, they you know, when they say someone is attention seeking, has got attention seeking tendencies, that also could be an addiction. So all forms of addiction.
so are all addictions bad, or is there a good addiction? Like, I am addicted to music.
You know, it becomes bad if now it interferes with other areas of your life. It makes your life unbalanced, then it's bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then if you can control it.
If it's balanced with other areas of your life, then it's okay. If you can manage it well, then it's okay. You know, once in a while, people go out having fun, they gamble. But if really that's all that you can think of,
Then it's bad.
then it's bad. Then if you feel the internal pressure to go and do it, then it's bad.
Okay.
Then if you can sneak out to go and do it, then it's really bad. Do you understand?
Yes.
If your judgment is clouded by it, then it is really bad.
Okay, so there's somebody that's watching this video, and then they wanna come to you. Just let them know where you are, in case someone is based in Cape Town or Botswana.
You know, now we are in our new normal. We we do, yeah. You know, the COVID has brought us to a point where we now have to maximize how we use, you know, our online accessibility and availability. So give me a call. We can speak on Zoom, we can speak on WhatsApp. At least up until this pandemic has passed, you know, we pray for God's grace that it passes sooner than later, you know. But yes, give me a call, email, let's take it from there.
One last thing that a person might want to know: do you charge for life coaching?
Yes, we do charge. We do charge. I mean, if you're working like for yourself, obviously you are going to have to charge. And the other thing that I have to really put it out there, medical aid does not pay for life coaching.
Okay.
Yes. So get the details. Call and get the details.
All right. As Jackie, thank you very much. We appreciate you being here with us, you know, teaching us about life coaching. If you're somebody out there who wants to be a life coach, they now have the full information and they can now decide that, yes, this is what I want to do.
Yes.
So with that being said, thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to like, comment, share and press that subscribe button.